Hello everybody, my name is Calgon3639. Welcome back to another video. Today in this one we'll be doing a Jinzo overview. It's not a deck profile because I still want to experiment with this deck still. I think it can be a little better. I think the only problem with this deck right now is like it can't like storm the field yet. And then especially like, you can only normal summon and then you're kind of screwed. So I'll kind of go over what the new support cards are for the deck, which, as you can see, are what it says OCG. They still haven't updated it. These are the new cards that came out on the Rage Raw for the new support for Jinzo, of course. So yeah, I'll go over what I have now. I'm not gonna go like first online players like I usually do, um, but I'm just gonna do an overview of the deck and then have you guys have me or tell me in the comments what else I should add to the deck. So this is just kind of a deck overview. So of course, with a Jinzo deck, you need a Jinzo. Basically, it's an anti-trap. That's oldest. It's a pretty old card. I think everyone knows what Jinzo does. I control three of. Jinzo Jector. He's in here because his name is becomes Jinzo when out onto the field, and then you can tribute him to add a Jinzo monster or a card that has a Jinzo monster from the deck. And then he gets to reveal all spells and traps that are set, so that can help you out as well. Only control two Jinzo returners. They ain't really that good. When they get sent from the field to the graveyard, they get to special summon a Jinzo from their graveyard. So yeah, it's alright, but you need your graveyard to be kind of set up for it. So I only control two of it. I control two the menacing Jinzo. This is one of the new support cards. If it traps in the either on the field or graveyard, which in this deck since we only control one trap, you kind of want them to control traps. So you can special summon him just straight out of the way, and then he becomes a level 6, and then you can tribute him to special summon a Jinzo from the hand or graveyard. Then you can destroy all trap cards your opponent controls. So it's a pretty good card. Great Jinzo support, of course, especially if you don't need to really have anything. You just need a trap to be on the field or in the graveyard to special summon him. I only control one Jinzo Lord. You can probably maybe put this to two. I think three would be a little too much. But his effect is you can send one Jinzo you control to the graveyard and special summon him. So not really that good, especially Jinzo's a 24 attack, and then he's a 26 attack, only a 200 attack upgrade. But he does the same thing as Jinzo, negates all traps, but once per turn you can destroy all face-up trap cards, inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each one, which really in the current meta there really isn't a face-up trap card in the game. So it really isn't as good as it seems to be. Another new Jinzo support called a Psychic Bounder. I control three of them, and when he's normal summon or special summon, you can add one Jinzo or one spell or trap that specifically names it from the deck to the hand. So not only is it a Jinzo, you can add one of this newer spell supports as well. So this, I would say, is probably better than like Jinzo Jector in a way, but it doesn't take the name of Jinzo, which sucks. So, but I would control three of him. Three Psychic Giga Cyber. If your opponent controls more spells and traps than you do, you just straight up special summon him from your hand. You can only special summon him once per turn this way. When this card declares an attack while you control a Jinzo, you contribute this card, place that opponent's monster in their spells and trap cards as a continuous trap card. So yeah, more support maybe for Jinzo Lord or for the menacing Linzo to get him special summons, but still a pretty good card. And then, of course, just a hand traps, 3 Ash Blossoms, and that will finish it for the monsters. Now we go into Cyber Energy, the spells, of course. Cyber Energy Shock, I think this is the best spell support for Jinzo in this deck. Maybe Law of the Cosmos is a little better, but they're both around the same place. This effect is if you control a Jinzo, target one face-up card. Target one card, and it doesn't need to be face up. Destroy it, and then if it ends up being a trap card, you can negate one effects on the field until the end of this turn, or a Jinzo monster gains 800 attack permanently. So two pretty good effects, and I'll control three of them. It's a spell, quick play spell as well, so pretty good. Law of the Cosmos this is like first hand kind of thing. You activate it, your opponent can set one trap directly from their deck. If they do, you can special summon a Jinzo, so they can't really activate it. So I don't see him using that top effect. So bottom effect, if they do say no, you can just add a Jinzo or a monster that has Jinzo in its name. So that counts, Jinzo Lore, Jinzo Ejector, Returner, or the Menacing Jinzo, not just Jinzo itself. So that's pretty good as well. I think 3 would be nice to control. I only control. I think this has a different name in the TCG, but in the OCG it's called the Special Tinium Metal. Uh, you could, if you control a Jinzo, you can activate one of these effects. It's a quick play spell as well. Machine monsters you currently control cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects until the end of the turn. Or you can activate when a card effect is activated, targets a machine monster, negate that effect. I control 3 of it, or 2 of. It might be good at 3, but I think 2 is fine. 2 Allure of Darkness, just because all these monsters are dark except for Psychic Bounder and, of course, Ash Blossom. So I think 2 is pretty good. It's basically a pot of greed and then banish. Like, if you end up getting a returner in hand, just banish him. 2 In Touch with the Cosmos. It's you can send one monster you control that is owned by your opponent. So basically a monster they control that's currently on your field. And then it's supposed to summon a machine monster in your hand or a graveyard. Which in this deck, since Jinzo Layer can take control of monsters and you also have mind control on the deck, you can easily do that top effect. But if you don't have it, its bottom effect's pretty good. If you control a Jinzo during their draw phase, you can declare one type, monster, spell, or trap. And if it ends up being that card, you can destroy this card and then draw one card. Then 2 Infernal Reckless. This is just to play with Reasoning and Monster Gate, just in case you get the if Ejector gets special summon onto the field, or a Returner, you can get 3 more out. So I only control 2 of that. Dark Roller No More, just nice to have, negate all the effects of your opponent's monsters for a turn. Pretty nice just to get your combos out to the play. Of course, Reasoning and Monster Gate for the Infernal Reckless play. And then 1 Mind Control, just because of the effect of In Touch with the Cosmos. And then for the traps, just 2 Psychic Shockwaves is pretty nice. But for that's about it for the main deck. For the extra deck, I control 2 Jinzo Layered, just detach one material from the card target, one face-up monster your opponent controls, and then take control of it until the end phase. And then you can use it as like link material as well. I don't know. I'm gonna call him Vampire Shadon. Basically the same effect, just detach to target one monster your opponent controls, send it to the graveyard, and then you can activate its bottom effect to special detach another one to get them out to your field as well. 1 Fairy Knight Ignar, I think it's I don't know how you pronounce that last one. Once returned, detach 2 XD materials to this card. Return all other cards from the field to the hand. Your opponent cannot activate effects in response to this. So this is pretty nice to have, just if you want to clear their board, and of course your board, except for him. But that's, you can attack directly. Maybe you're trying to go for game. It's also a level 6, which you can pull out pretty easily. It's 3 level 6s though. That's the problem. And then Phantom Strike Bouncer. This is just to negate effect and inflict 1,000 damage. That's pretty nice effect to have, and it's a level 6 XYZ as well. If you really want to, you can probably throw a level 4 XYZ in here, and then that's maybe just a level 4 XYZ in here. And then into the link monsters, I have Borlode Sword Dragon, Mech Knight Crusader just Mech Knight Crusadra. My bad. Keep fucking up on the names. Then of course the Nightmare cards, just basic link monsters to fill out the extra deck. So that's about it. What I have with this deck, I can't help. So I want to tell you guys I need some help with this deck. Let me know in the comments below what you think could be added to the deck to make it a little better. It doesn't need to be in the deck; it can be the extra deck as well. Or maybe you want to have a suggestion of like, only control 2 Jinzo, add another card kind of thing. So that's why it's called a deck overview instead of a deck profile, because I'm going to put this video out there just to show you what the new support is, and then kind of ask for help on what do you think a deck could look like. And then, I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if you did. I promised this video yesterday. I just wanted to try to experiment more with it yesterday. That's why it's coming out today. But I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel. I'm doing, of course, more of these videos. I'm going to have one more deck to cover from Rage of Raw, which is the new slime deck with the Egyptian cards. And then after that, I'll probably do online battles with Infernal Knights, which is my main deck. So yeah, if you want to watch that, please subscribe. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one.